You're listening to Frankly Speaking Sports with Larry Frank on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seeds a day. The crew's ready, all hands on deck, no parlay. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay. And we got a new captain now. Tom Brady's at the helm. Brought his first mate Gronk. Hell yeah, it's going down. Getting nasty in the trenches, man. Nah, they don't want that. Steady Tristan Wirfs, Steve Smith, Ali Marpet coming acting hungry, getting worked by chances. Chef until the whistle, boy, you serve them pancakes. Giving Brady time to drop back and hit Cam break. First down, Tampa Bay. Pounding rock with Rojo and Fournette until they break. When the front seven wear down, we working them DBs. Hit Godwin, AB, Scotty and 13. Hit him on the crossing route, hit him on the post. You can hit him underneath or just hit him on the goals. When they think they got it figured out and we exposed, Tyler Johnson making grabs, boy, you already know. Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seeds a day. The crew's ready, all hands on deck, no parlay. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay. Defense. Anchored by boy, you can't move. Number one rush defense in the league starts up front. Y'all don't want no smoke with them dudes. The squad goes William goes to Nunez, Roaches, Vita Vea, McClendon, led better and Dominican Sue. Try tough tail no matter which way that you head. Jason Pierre, Paul, and Zach Barrett off of the edge. Devin White's an animal looking to be fed. Levante playing games, this is where the play ends. Winfield Juniors making men cry. Dean and CD3 regulate the outside. When they ask who we are, we ain't gotta mention names. We some who gon' find a way to win the game. Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seeds a day. The crew's ready, all hands on deck, no parlay. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay. No biscuit, BA is the man. Left switching bowls, keep devising the plan to make sure we keep winning. One goal is advance. Keep picking against us, we don't give a damn. We'll still hold the Lombardi trophy overhead as the first team to do it in front of our fans. Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seeds a day. The crew's ready, all hands on deck, no parlay. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay, we buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. We buck 'em up. Down in Tampa Bay.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not fired up by now, you'll never be fired up. Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, baby, how does that sound? Oh, welcome to Frankly Speaking Sports on a very unique and different show tonight. This is the fans' show tonight. We're allowing fans to call in. We're allowing fans tonight to actually come on in a guest link, show their face, and ask us questions and talk about how happy they are about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what they've done this year. Just incredible game yesterday. We talked, we had the opportunity, Frankly Speaking Sports, to be on many shows this week. And, throughout the week, I've been very, very confident, very positive about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how they would finish out this unbelievable year that's really been a historical year. I mean, I guess that's the best way to say it. And when you look at, this game yesterday, every single aspect of the game, we talked about how well this team was playing going into the playoffs. And my goodness gracious, what an unbelievable game. We're going to have hopefully some guests on today. We're going to have some people that join us, give us what they think about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Call us, leave a comment. We are the Super Bowl champion of the world. Nobody can take that away from us. Second time we have done this since the 2000 era, once in 2002 season and once in the 2020 season. And believe me, folks, if you take a look at this team, it doesn't look like it's going to take long for them to get back there. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. I know we're on several different platforms, and for those of you out there, please share this to your timeline. If you can do that for me, we want to try to get as many guests as possible. And once again, this is your show tonight. We did not schedule a specific guest tonight because we wanted to leave the phone lines open. We wanted to leave the guest room open for the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. So if there's not a lot of fans and you're not joining and you're not participating, the show will not necessarily be as good as we want it to be. So please make a phone call, come into the guest link. I left the guest link up the very top so that you can actually go on your computer and you can join us live. It'll let me know if someone joins live. If you do join live, please make sure while you're in the waiting room that you try to keep all the sound to a minimum so other people can talk. But go ahead, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. As I get my phone ready, just in case somebody does call, we would love to have you in here. I don't care who you are, whether you're a super fan, a regular fan, a former player. I know invites have been given out. Go ahead. If you like to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, let's go ahead and do it. But let's go over that game yesterday first. What an incredible, incredible game. And first of all, when we look at that game from the offensive side, well, first of all, a lot of people asked me, they said, Larry, a lot of people asked me, what do you think? And what do you think is going to be the key thing in this game? And I said it all week. And those of you that are listening, I said, it's going to be in the trenches. It's going to be the offensive line versus the defensive line. How well can we get to their quarterback? How well can we protect our quarterback? And you watched that game yesterday. What an unbelievable job by our offensive line. And on the other side of the ball, what a great, great job by the defense. My prediction was a 31-17 victory by the Buccaneers that I publicized. Unfortunately, I was wrong. It was only 31-9, but the Buccaneers did win. And I'll tell you what, as well as the offense played, as well as Gronk played, as well as Antonio Brown played, I said the running game would have to come alive. It came alive, but let's also give unbelievable props to this defensive team that has come along since the playoffs have begun and has really been a main factor in us winning this Lombardi trophy this year. Just an incredible, incredible job. Want to remind you, if you are on the line, please go ahead. I'm sorry, if you are on with us from many different platforms, share this to your timeline. It is an open forum tonight. We have not done this before, where we allow guests to actually come on the show if they want to go ahead and they want to. If we don't answer the phone, that's okay. Just call back. It means other people are on the line. We will get to you. But use that link if you want to come on, show your face, ask some questions, and be part of our show tonight off, because I know we got fans and they're excited. I mean, if you're not fired up and excited for what's going on in Tampa Bay right now with first of all, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl, the Lightning winning the Stanley Cup, the Rowdies getting to the championship, the Tampa Bay Rays getting to the World Series. And when you look at the year coming up, folks, it looks almost similar to 2020. Lightning are off to an unbelievable start, which we will get into later in the week as we have Eric Erlinson, Lightning Insider, joining us Wednesday night. We'll talk some Lightning, and we'll be getting into more Lightning and more Tampa Bay Ray talk, as the week goes on and as the season is. The Rays are also expected to do well, And then, of course, we got our Buccaneers, which, based on what we do during the offseason and how many of these players we keep, we should be in the thick of things next year. Let's see if I got somebody, I believe I do, on the phone line. We'll find out who they are, where they're from. Thank you calling in, Frankly Speaking Sports. Who do they have the pleasure of speaking to?
Larry, it's Tommy from Temple Terrace, man. How you doing?
Buddy, I could not. Hey, how about those Bucks, Tommy? How about those Tampa Bay? Hey, to Tommy, we've been watching these games together throughout the year, and the only thing different now is we can add Super Bowl champions to the front of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How does that sound, Tom?
Awesome, man. Great game plan by Todd Bowles yesterday. He took. Hey, I'm taking Tyreek Hill out of the game. Having somebody else beat me.
I agree. Tyreek.
That extra week, I think, paid dividends.
Well, I tell you what paid dividends, Tommy, and I'm going to keep you on the line a second.
Okay.
What I really think helped this team out was that loss they had earlier in the season at Kansas City. Tyreek Hill destroyed us. Pat Mahomes destroyed us in the first quarter alone. What they did in that first game was great film for us to utilize in this game. There was no way in heck this defense was going to allow Patrick Mahomes. And I said it, and I said it throughout the week, and it doesn't make me great or anything, but I told everyone, they're overrated, the Chiefs. They're overrated when our defense, the way it's playing now versus Green Bay, the way it played versus the Saints, the way it played versus Washington, I don't care who you were playing yesterday, this team doesn't lose. And you'll hear some people, Tommy, say, well, they had a beat-up offensive line. Well, let me explain something to you. I don't care which offensive line you were playing in the NFL yesterday, that team would have beat anybody's offensive line. So take that crap out of it. The Buccaneers were by far the best team in that game yesterday, and it wasn't just on one side of the ball, Tommy. It was on every single part of every single part of the field, every simple part of that game. They played better.
Exactly, Larry. And we were talking about this with Coach Bell. Fournette wants to come back. Do you bring him back? I would. If the offer's right, I'd bring it back.
Well, I don't think, first of all, we know Fournette wants to play here. That helps. It's a big help when there's a guy that you're trying to bring back and he wants to play there rather than a guy. As far as Fournette goes, and we're going to talk about this, in upcoming weeks on who may stay and who may go. But to answer your question, it would be a very good idea, and I think the Buccaneers are going to be very interested. I mean, when was the last time, Tommy, we've gone into a season, and as long as we do sign Leonard Fournette, where we're actually saying we don't have to worry about our running game. The question every year the past 5-6 years, what about a running game? What about a running game? What about a running game? Well, now, guess what? That running game yesterday, 145 yards rushing, Fournette and Jones, unbelievable together. And we both know, what he did on the field. But, Tommy, any other questions before I let you run? As I got some other people to get to.
Okay, yeah, one more. Now, what do you think? Do we bring Antonio Brown back? Because I want to kind of give Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson are probably ready for more.
Well, I think either way we're going to be okay. I mean, anytime, the big question is going to be what happens with Godwin. Does he re-sign? Does he go after the money, or do the Bucs give the money? Then your questions will be answered on the other. But you got to remember, this is a team where Evans is coming back. They got Scotty Miller. They got Tyler Johnson. They still have Cameron Brate. They're probably going to have Gronkowski and O.J. Howard, and they could have Antonio Brown. So, I think the Bucs would love. The key for Antonio Brown's going to be, how well he behaves off the field during the offseason, because, this is the time when Antonio Brown, if he's going to get into trouble in the past, is where he gets into trouble. So, and I'm sure people are talking about, I mean, he is a top-rated receiver, and I think the Bucs would love to have him back. I mean, he scored a touchdown yesterday. I mean, he has an unbelievable relationship with Tom Brady. I know Tom wants him back. So we'll definitely see, but we should see what happened. I think a lot of the players are going to be back, and we're going to do a show on that next week on who, is going to come back, do we think, and who doesn't. But Tommy, I want to thank you so very much for everything you do.
I appreciate it, man. And hopefully next season we're all in Raymond James Stadium, and it's packed and it is loud.
Oh, we will be, my friend. Thank you so much for calling,
You're
buddy.
welcome, man. Always great talking to you. Super Bowl champ down there.
Oh, yes, it does. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was a good friend, Tommy. Tommy is a great person. Now, the next person I'm going to bring in, and we're going to bring in live, good buddy of mine. It's been my, my IT guy now I call him my IT guy because every time I have an issue on this show, he seems to be the one that comes in. But besides that, he is probably one of the biggest fans out there when it comes to Buccaneers, and that's not taking anything away from anyone else. But let me go in and bring in Matt T all the way. Matt, I'm assuming you're back in California, correct?
I am. I've been stationary here, living virtually through you guys out over there. So yeah, man, what a great Super Bowl, huh?
Matt, tell me, man. Okay, when we started the year, we knew what Brady, you and I talked about this off the air. We knew what the ability and what he could bring to a team. But did we ever expect that so quickly we would be considered, I mean, listen to this, buddy, world champions, Super Bowl champions? I mean, did you ever think, or did you think it might take a year or two?
I mean, I believed, to be honest, I think we all believed, the ones, us that have been so involved with this team for years and years now, we knew the capability that the team had and what the addition of Brady would do to the team. But I think what's most the best part, I think, just kind of looking back at it, is kind of how everything fell into place, right? If you will, just everything lined up smoothly. The signing of Fournette, the addition of AB, the question mark of is AB going to do good? How's this going to turn? Like everything literally panned out perfect. Vea's timing on coming back from the injury. I mean, there's so many little things that just kind of worked out to our benefit. And, I'll never forget, after that bye week, we went down to Atlanta. We were down against Atlanta at half. And I still remember this because I kind of mark it as the turn point in the season. They kind of sparked the fire under us. After that halftime, we literally just came out firing and just carried that energy throughout the last 8 games. So
Yeah,
amazing, man. It's wild.
Let me just turn this off so I don't keep hearing beeps. All right, there we go. It is amazing. For those of you fans that joining us a little bit later in the show, we're going to hear from Rob Gronkowski. We're going to hear from Tom Brady. And for those of you who watched our show last Thursday night with Big Nasty on, you understand that he did make a bet that he was talking about, and he's not on right now with me. I don't know if he's listening, and I'm sure if he's listening, he'll probably hop on here. But that he would go as so far to streak if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won. And we got a little video, and we're trying to find out if it was Big Nasty or not that we saw yesterday at Raymond James Stadium. So we'll show that tape in a little bit. But I don't think it was Big Nasty, but we're going to take a little closer look. We're going to break it down and see if that was Big Nasty at Raymond James Field running across the field naked. So we'll check on that in a little bit. But, Matt, going back to this team, I mean, you talked about Antonio Brown, even Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, people forget, was also a victim of not being very well-liked in Jacksonville. He had trouble making meetings, things like that. So, it just goes to show you when you can put players, no matter who they are, into an environment where they're surrounded by good people and professional people, the best of them can come out. And by putting Brown in there and by putting Leonard Fournette in there, we can't go without saying that these guys were an instrumental part of us winning the Super Bowl.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think the huge thing, just looking back on it, Larry, and having the history and the experience through sports and seeing all teams grow and these roster changes and stuff. I think that the key thing here when we're talking about this is that having Brady or someone with that type of experience and success in the locker room is just insane, because that automatically brings so much to the locker room with not only making the Super Bowls but winning these Super Bowls and helping the mindset of all these young players and all these other players who've been experienced, like your Levante, like your Mike Evans, but haven't been in the postseason. He definitely helped shape it. Having that type of success with him and Gronk, I think was just huge. And it definitely should not go unseen. I think the value in that is just crazy. And
Man, let me
yeah,
ask you this. How much do you think? You got the Lightning that won, okay, the Stanley Cup. You got, the Rays that went to the World Series. Even the Rowdies, if you want to bring them into this, went to the championship in soccer. What does this mean, the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl for the city? This puts Tampa Bay even further on the map, doesn't it?
absolutely. Absolutely. And the fact that we know that there's a high possibility in not just the Bucks, but any one of these teams that you mentioned, competing for another title easily, just automatically, in my opinion, puts Tampa on the map and get that national recognition that we've been waiting for so long, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a great day in Tampa Bay. I know a lot of people are tired, but if anybody wants to join the show like Matt is doing via video, we put a link out there for anyone. Don't have to, whether you're a super fan, a former player, just a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, or any NFL fan, you can join us live right now. We have not done this year where we opened up the video room to allow people in. We do have a calling number as well. Don't be shy. This is your team, Tampa Bay. This is your time to express yourself on how you're feeling. And if you're fired up and you're not calling us right now, shame on you. Shame on you. Because your wife or your husband is not going to let you yell in the house like I'm yelling unless you're on the phone and you tell them you're on the phone. So pick up the phone, come on video, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you. So last night, tell me your feeling as soon as you realize, or at what point did you finally realize, Matt, that the inevitable was going to happen?
It was that last possession that Kansas City had where they failed on the fourth down attempt, and it was a turnover on a failed fourth down attempt. At that point, I knew. We all know the capability of that three-headed monster in the Kansas City offense. Obviously, we didn't see anything compared to what we've seen throughout the season with them in the first half or anything like that. But just understanding the capability of them being able to score really fast and put up points and fight back, I really was just hesitant to let it go and say it's over and whatnot. I think that one drive there on that key fourth down where I believe Devin White dropped that pass. It was thrown deep and Devin dropped it, which didn't really matter because it was a turnover on downs.
Right.
But yeah, I think that was the turning point right there. At that point, I was really sure, and I kind of knew. And it's crazy because I'm still in shock. I've processed it, and I know that we're the champs, and I'm super proud of it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I'm still in shock. I can't believe that everything just worked out and just went the way that it did. It's just a beautiful thing, man. As Keith said, it was something that we had to take in regardless of the outcome, just enjoy it and take it in. And I remember seeing him say that in the video, and I remember just sitting back and thinking, man, you know what, I really need to take this in. And at that point, I think we were like the first or second week into the playoffs when he had released that video. I was just like, I was really taking it, and it's been an incredible ride, man.
Yeah, it's been an incredible ride is the right way to do it, because the ride has been up some hills and then we've coasted down some hills. And especially at the beginning of the season, before we had all that opportunity to go ahead and, not have OTAs, not have camp, not have preseason game. But I'll tell you what, to the fans, all the fans that are listening, there is no excuse next year when they do allow full capacity back in the stadium for this stadium not to be rocking better, harder, and louder than any other stadium in the United States of America. Because we know we have the best fans. We have the best fans. Okay, we know that. And now we're going to prove what Super Bowl champion fans are like. Well, listen to this. You get to, we get to raise an NFC banner for being the champions of the NFC and a Super Bowl banner for being Super Bowl champs. I mean, incredible, incredible, incredible. And you look at this team, and I don't see any slowing down, Matt. I really don't. I mean, if anything, there are a couple questions, and we'll get into that in the latest show. But, it's just a great time to be from Tampa or to be a fan of Tampa teams, as you know. And, buddy, next year it's in your neck of the woods, I hear. And I don't know how far you are from LA, but that's where the Super Bowl is.
I'll be there. That's the plan. I mean, God willing, that's literally less than an hour from me. So I'll definitely, I plan on being there next year. And I'm definitely going to be doing multiple trips out to Tampa, if not some away games and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes, man.
Are you saying Crew Life has a place to stay up there?
Absolutely. Let it be official.
Hey, it's worth another Super Bowl, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's worth the sacrifice.
Well, yeah, that's a good, very good way to describe a sacrifice. All right, my friend, listen, want to thank you so very much for coming on, doing everything you do for us here at Crew Life and Frankly Speaking Sports. Anytime you want to hop on, you are always welcome.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on. Good luck with the show. I'll always be watching, man. And Tampa Bay, baby. We did it, baby. Let's go.
That's it, buddy. Super Bowl champ. Keep saying it, buddy. It has a beautiful ring to it, don't it? All right, buddy. Stay safe.
All right, buddy. You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Matt, all the way from California, calling us. For you folks that, did not, I want to remind you, you can call in, you can join us here. There's a waiting room. You can get on video and talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what you're feeling tonight and how happy you are to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Don't let it go by. This is being seen all over the United States, including in the United Kingdom. So please do not hesitate, to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and let's look at a 45-second little clip here about the celebration the Bucs had after the game.
That's all I need to say. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. We 10, baby. We 10. Let's go, man. But these last 8 years been a heck of a ride. I'm so proud of Buck Nation for staying with us, stepping up, getting loud. World champ. I don't want to hear nothing. No touchdown. We don't play around. Deep block, baby. Bucks for life. Hey, we the best in the world. Never forget it. We making history. We came here, made history. We ran the city. Bucks Nation. We're home with Super Bowl 55 champs. We world champs. Go Bucks, baby. Where's the flag?
Oh my goodness gracious. Does that not pump you up, folks? Unbelievable. Them celebrating after the Super Bowl, and just an unbelievable time here. We're going to go right back to the phone lines as we're staying busy. Remind you, if you want to come in on video, you can come in on video, or let's put up that call number. If somebody is on the phone, please wait till they get off, then go ahead and call us at 813-922-9810. We are heading back to the Frankly Speaking Sports ApexGiftCard.com hotline. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to, please?
It is the Prez of Crew Life with no voice. I'm here, baby. What's going on?
Oh, Rob Thompson, the press. Ladies and gentlemen, this is better than President Biden calling. At least Rob works a little bit harder. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. No politics on this show. Rob, how you doing, my friend?
Dude, I had to work today. I walked in like Ric Flair, giving the woo on the way in, and everybody's looking at me like, man, you had a good time last night. And, you know, tears falling out of our eyes at the What the Buck party. You know, we were just down the block. You were there with me multiple times this season.
Yep.
And the atmosphere was unbelievable with all the Buckaholics, with What the Buck, with Buck's Life, and of course Crew Life. We all came together. And my boy Jay from the Buckaholics, he came over to me and said, "This is what you call a homecoming." It was a homecoming of fans. The homecoming of victory. It's a homecoming of just feeling great together. And it was just amazing. And, you know, you and I had a conversation last week, and I don't know if you remember, I said the Bucs would win by 20, and you tried to talk me out of that. But I was wrong by 2 points. We won by 22. But who's counting, right?
Well, you know, I predicted 31-17, so I was wrong too. I was off by a touchdown. So, but, you know, we both had this game, Rob, where you and I both, we really thought, and I said this, and you kind of agreed with me up to a good point. I said I thought the Chiefs are overrated. Right now in the playoffs, the Bucs are playing better football than the Chiefs are. And boy, did they come out and show it right from the get-go in yesterday's game.
I'll tell you what. What I look at is we went into the bye. I was sitting in the stadium when we played the Chiefs. I sat in the 50-yard line, and I watched us kind of get blown up in the first part of that game. At the end of the game, we made changes. And if you remember, we didn't have Vita. He wasn't hurt. He was hurt. We didn't have Dean on the backside. We had injuries with our safeties. We had some stuff going on, and we had the latest bye week in the league. You know, we were, week 13 bye week. I said, watch what happens when we come out. We needed the break. We were tired. We needed to get that camaraderie. I made the trip to Atlanta, and my boy, Mr. Nobles, is one of our sponsors here.
Yep.
And we were walking through the corridor, and a Falcons press guy came over, did a podcast, said, "Can we put you live on?" And we said, yes. And he says, "How do y'all feel about the game?" And we said, "We're pissed off." You know, I'm cursing. Hopefully it's okay over here. But, you know, I said, "We're pissed off." And he goes, you know, what do you think is going to happen in the second half? I said, "Well, you know what? Mr. Brady has a great history in this building, and I don't think that little bit of points, we're going to come back and we're going to win." And we did, and we went on that roll. And when you have a team that gets hot at the end of the season, that is the best thing. Look at Pittsburgh. They started off, 11-0. What happened with Pittsburgh?
Yep, they ended up 12-4 and out. That's right.
Yeah, you know, and what happens sometimes, you have to get that camaraderie. You have to get that team chemistry, and you have to get that roll at the right time. We got hot at the right time. And, you know, what everybody's saying about going for two, just imagine a full off season, and you tweak some stuff even more than we did this year. And I think we're going to lose a couple pieces. And, you know, if we lose a couple pieces, and we're also going to gain some, because other teams are going to cut because of salary cap, and there's players that want to win championships. And where are they going to want to go? They want to go to a state that, you know, and a team. First of all, the state that doesn't have state income tax for that stuff, so they're going to make some more money than they would on another team. Second thing is Tom Brady. Tom Brady brings winning. He's a winner. So no matter what, you're going to a winner. You have a good shot of getting the ring. And we lose some. But there's going to be a way. They're going to finagle that salary cap, and we're going to keep the majority of them. And I think we're going to go for 2.
Yeah, Rob, I don't think there's any doubt. And this team, I said the running game and I said the trenches are going to have to come through for the Buccaneers. And boy, not only did the running game get 145 yards, but on both sides of the football, the guys on the offensive and defensive line just played their hearts out yesterday.
Oh, my gosh. That one hit, when JPP came from the backside to swipe the ball and he got the penalty, somebody put on there that it looked like, he was Patrick Mahomes needed not State Farm. He needed to get Allstate for accident forgiveness because he was injured. He got hit hard. And, all I can say is our defense came out and played from the first snap, and they played the bend but don't break. You know what I mean? They're going to give you some yards, and but they did not give up the point. And I did a live video from the first touchdown, and I made a comment in it, and I said, I will trade, I'll give them 3s, and we'll keep taking 7s. And that's the key to victories right there. You give them 3 points all day long, we keep taking 7s. That's the key to victory, and we did. We didn't turn the ball over. Everything on the defensive side was just awesome. I know Keith was going crazy in the stadium, and I talked to him Saturday night, and he, between him and Doc, and the party that we had Saturday night for the super fans over in Ybor, they did not have, I should say, they weren't concerned, but they didn't have any worry. They felt it was inevitable that we were going to have a victory.
Well, we've had the pleasure of having Big Nasty on the past 8 weeks. And let me ask you a question. You're on your phone. Are you able to see a video if I put it up or no?
I will be able to see it, but it's going to be a little delayed.
All right, I'm going to let it go delayed because we took this film, and I really wish Big Nasty was on with us right now so we can confirm it. But before I confirm that this is not Big Nasty, because Thursday on the show, I brought up the fact that if we won, there was a time when he was on I think it was WDAE radio, and he said, if we win, I'll streak. Well, yesterday during the game, there was a mishap with the guy on the field, and I'm trying to look at this. I don't think it's Big Nasty, but I'm going to play it for the fans. And can you please confirm that to everyone that Big Nasty is okay and this was not him yesterday?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Robbie, let me know when it finishes up. All right, can you hear me, Rob?
I can hear you.
Okay, Rob. Now, we want to just get a confirmation that was not Big Nasty, please.
That was definitely not Big Nasty. And, it's funny that you brought this up and you brought the video up, and I'm sure when he saw it, he's like, oh, my gosh, I gave that idea to someone. He mentioned it when we were talking about being on the show and everything, and he's like, you say some stuff you get all pumped up, and you're like, oh, my gosh. He goes, I didn't realize the weather report was supposed to be cold, so I changed my mind. I'll leave it at that. So his wife said it was a good thought not to do it. So I will say this, somebody must have lost a bet and had to pay the bet off, and that was their way of paying the bet back, was doing that.
And give credit. I mean, first of all, that was one of the better runs of the day by the streaker. But nice hit at the 1 yard line. I don't think he made contact to the head, so there was no penalty on that play.
No penalty at all. And when they said it was a streaker on the field, I was like, oh gosh, please don't be the mayor, or because I didn't see the video at first. I said, don't be the mayor. We don't need the clubbing the mayor of Crewville to be out there, Buckhead to be out there on the field. So I'm just so glad it wasn't, or Doc or any of those guys. So very I don't know who it was. Must have been a Kansas City fan. That's all I can say.
That's all right. That's fine with me.
But I would like to say, for those that were at parties, that had fun with all your people, just hopefully, like Keith said, absorb it, remember it. It's something that went back in 2002 when I was surrounded in the stadium with all the fans when we won the Super Bowl back then. It was 2003, but the 2002 season. I thought, oh, we're going to do this again. It was 18 years ago, and my son brought it up. He was sitting next to me. My youngest son, he was born in 2002. And he goes, Dad, isn't it amazing? The year I was born, they won the Super Bowl, and I turned 18 this year, and I turned into a grown man, and they won again. And I had tears in my eyes. And this is just an amazing time to be a Bucs fan. And all I can say is old or whatever, as far as just enjoy every aspect of it, because you don't know when the next time's coming.
That's it. Yep.
Let's just take it and absorb it now and worry about next season. And if you got time for a second?
Yeah.
I would like to throw out to Cheryl, to Matt, to Scott Bradford, to all of the What the Bucs, to Bucs Life, on an amazing event yesterday, and all the Buckaholics from everywhere around the United States, and people came overseas to come to join us. I mean, it was an amazing event with just fandom and the love, and like I said, it was a homecoming of fans, and there will be for next season for Crew Life, for we'll be joining the Buckaholics for doing some stuff. So there's going to be away games. Everybody be ready, because it's going to be a lot of fun this upcoming season. But again, absorb everything right now for what it is. And we are the champions, and nobody's ever going to take it away.
That's right.
It feels awesome. And I think, Michael Irvin after the game was talking to Mike Evans and said, I have one catch for 31 yards. And Michael Irvin said, but you have a ring, and you're the champion, and nobody ever can take that away. Just end it there. That's all I can say.
All right, my friend. Well, we want to thank you very much for coming on. We know you've been busy today, but thanks for coming on and giving us your insights on the game yesterday.
Hey, all I can say is I look forward to doing this again with you, and you and I have to get together soon to have a victory beer or two or three or whatever, how many. But it's a Bucs crew for life, and love you guys, and love you, Larry, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. Thanks. That was Rob Thompson. What an awesome guy Rob is. Awesome guy. Want to remind you all that we are having a very special show tonight. We have people joining us, whether it's on video, whether it's on phone. Give us a call. Here is the call-in number one more time. We also have a link up that you can join us live. Just follow the link right into Be Live. I gave the studio number. You'll go in a waiting room. I'll know you're there. Don't worry. Or if you're on the phone, you'll come in live, and we will definitely get your input on this incredible game. Please don't be shy. This show is for you. Rob called up because he wanted to tell everybody how proud he was, not just of Crew Life, which I know he's unbelievably proud of. I love those guys, each and every one of them over there. And the Buckaholics, the great job What the Buck does at these tailgate parties. Incredible group of people. I'll tell you what, there is no better place to party than in Tampa Bay with these guys. Believe me, I know. And I want to still encourage people to come on video, call in. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Rob Gronkowski and from Tom Brady here. But let's go ahead and take a quick break.
You're listening to Frankly Speaking Sports with Larry Frank.
You wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you.
Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, you and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next?
We're going to Disney World! Woo!
Oh my goodness, those guys are so great together, not just on the field, but off the field. Gronk was real happy yesterday. Let's go ahead and listen to him, a quick minute clip on what he thought of this unbelievable, historic event with the Buccaneers. Once again, before we get to that clip, call in, get on the phone lines. We'd love to talk to you. We got about 15 minutes left in the show. Love to hear what you're thinking. Come on, Tampa fans. Get on these phones. Let us know how much you're enjoying this incredible Victory Monday. Or come on. Come on live. Show your face. Let's talk some Buccaneer football. And let's tell everybody, the entire nation who's watching, including internationally, how proud we are to be Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. Let's listen to how proud Gronk is.
It feels amazing. It feels tremendous. It's just an unbelievable story. Just the first time ever, just a team going to the Super Bowl in their hometown. Just that story is just surreal. There's just so many storylines to this team this year, but I would say the most important storyline is just how everyone worked together, from the defensive side to the offensive side of the ball. Just everyone contributed, everyone played their role. It was just amazing, and just what a year it was playing with these guys. Just what a year! I just can't say that enough. What a year it was. It was a pleasure, and now it's time to celebrate. Now it's time to celebrate with these guys because we deserve it. It was a grind. It was about 28 weeks straight of football, and now we're going to celebrate because that's what it's all about. It's hands down one of the greatest accomplishments in sports history. I'm not going to say it's the greatest, but I would say it's up there for sure. To come down here to Tampa, come to an organization that was ready to win, come down here with the players that, they're all fantastic players, great guys, just everyone overall. Just the story is just unbelievable. And it definitely ranks up there as, one of my biggest accomplishments ever.
PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.
And that was Rob Gronkowski. It is amazing what a grind these guys had to do with COVID and everything else involved. These guys were amazing. I really think, and I know a lot of us think, we talk about that week 13 bye, and that week 13 bye was incredible timing. At first I said at the beginning of the year, this sucks. How can we wait so long? The NFL not give us a bye to week 13 probably was one of the better things this year that happened to us from a timing standpoint. And obviously, once again, we delivered, guys, in every aspect of this game. And let's not forget both Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich, the great job they did. Just an incredible job that they did when the chips were down. Todd Bowles, you may get to him once, but damn it, He's proven that when you play him twice or even a third time, forget it. You have no chance. He showed the Green Bay Packers that. He showed the Saints that, and he showed the Chiefs that. So just a great, great job by this coaching staff. And, you know, before we get to one of the unsung heroes, and we talked about him all year long, let's go ahead. Once again, you can call in here at 813-922-9810. That's 813-922-9810. Or just go ahead, join the feed. There's a guest link here. Come on, have fun. We are talking Buccaneer victory, Super Bowl champions. If you want to be seen as one of the Super Bowl champion fans right here on Frankly Speaking Sports, you can join or just give us a call, 813-922-9810. Let's hear from Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's just great to see him, you know, big-time players making big-time plays. So just love what they did, what they added to the team. You know, Gronk's an unbelievable player, teammate, talent, work ethic, commitment. And AB is just, since he got here, he's just done everything the right way. So impressed by him, proud of him. Takes a lot of people for us to get to this point. And, you know, we all have great support systems in place. And I think everyone should be celebrating him tonight. Robbie G. Robbie G. Congrats, baby. I'll see you later.
PNC Bank, helping to make banking.
I mean, those two guys together are just incredible. Folks, we got a little under 10 minutes left. Once again, if anybody else wants to call in, get some input in here, talk to us here on Frankly Speaking Sports, 813-922-9810 is the number. There is a link for you to come on. If anybody would like to join us live in the next 5 minutes, go ahead and do so. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take one more quick break. Want to remind you that we are coming live to you from the ApexGiftCard.com studios. For those of you looking for gift cards of any sort, I mean from department stores to restaurants to movies, go to ApexGiftCard.com. There'll be a promo code. Unbelievable. You type in Frankly Speaking, one word, make it. Don't space it. And you go ahead, you type that in, and you will get 10% off on the total purchases of gift cards. Please, one use per person. That's ApexGiftCard.com. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to Frankly Speaking Sports with Larry Frank on Northeast Streaming Sports.
You wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you.
Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, you and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next?
And I have a feeling they already been to Disney World. Once again, I want to remind you all, welcome back to Frankly Speaking Sports. We are coming to you live throughout the United States on several different platforms, including internationally in the United Kingdom. We do have a call on the Frankly Speaking Sports hotline. We're going to go to that right now. We'll leave the number up there. So if anybody, please, if you want to call, you got to wait till this individual and I are done. If you want to come in through video, go ahead and you can go ahead and do that with the link. Thank you for choosing Frankly Speaking Sports. You are on the air. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Big Joe Sutton.
How you doing?
Jimbo, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much.
Jim, okay, come on, buddy. I got to hear you with excitement. I know how big of a Buccaneer fan you are. How fired up are you to have your Buccaneers, the world champion, Super Bowl champs?
Yes, man. I'm so excited about that. Well, been waiting too long, man. We get it done.
You know, how excited were you yesterday, Jim?
Oh, man, I was so excited. I was at the Super Bowl party, and I was the only Buccaneers fan, and I was cheering them on.
Jim, how do you feel? Do you feel this is a team, and I don't want to put pressure on the team, but if they can continue to play at the rate they played yesterday, could you see this team possibly repeating?
Yes.
Yeah, you're that confident. What was the best part yesterday for you with that game? What was the thing about the Bucs, besides winning, of course, that excited you the most about how they played?
I love defense, and I loved our defense, and we kept Patrick Mahomes moving, and we kept their wide receivers. I forgot the man's name, and Travis Kelce kept them from catching the ball pretty much. They wasn't catching balls.
Yeah, and you know, that defense, you mentioned it, Jim. That defense over the last 4 games has been incredible. I don't care who we played yesterday. I don't care who it was. They were not going to beat us yesterday. That defense had that mindset when they went into that game that there was no way that Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill was going to beat us. We have to give them up short passes. We'll do so, but we're not giving them big plays. And not only did they play with that mindset, Jim, but they were mean. They were nasty. I mean, it was incredible to see that defense play like that.
They definitely showed up and showed out.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, and that's a young defense. I mean, what can you say about Murphy Bunting during these playoffs?
Man, it was nice.
Yeah, you know, the guy struggles through the year, then came on, and incredible job, my friend. Well, first of all, listen to me. I want to thank you so very, very much. I know I got to meet you at the beginning of the year, and it was definitely an unbelievable pleasure to meet you. And I know you've been supporting us all the way up in Ohio all these weeks through the good weeks and the bad weeks. And from the bottom of my heart, myself, all of Crew Life wants to thank you so very much for continuing to be a Tampa Bay Bucs fan.
All right, thank you. Hey, do you know if they're going to do it for Rams?
You know, as soon as I hear, and I was going to announce it, I didn't want to announce anything because nothing's definite. As soon as I get it, I will put it on both Frankly Speaking Sports and Crew Life page.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, my friend. Have a good night. Way to go, Bucs, Super Bowl champs, and be safe, buddy. All right, that was Jim, all the way from Ohio, folks. He's calling from Ohio. We got people right here listening to this show from Tampa, Florida, and we got people from California, Ohio, United Kingdom calling us, you know, that they're fired up about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If I have to go a few extra minutes to take some calls, I'll do so. Give us a call at 813-922-9810. Get on the line. Talk about how fired up you are about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Folks, it's the end of the season. It's going to be until April till we really start talking football again because it's the draft. But let's keep it going here. Give a quick phone call. Come in on a feed. Come in on the link. Show up on video. Let's talk about how happy you are to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan as we have a couple of minutes left. I don't mind going late. It's worth it. This is a championship team. We pride ourselves as being a championship show, so we do not mind at all. If you want to come on and say stuff, want to thank Jim for coming on, want to thank Matt for coming on, want to thank Rob for coming on, want to thank Tommy for coming on. Lots and lots of people tonight coming on to talk how proud they are to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. And even if you want to just talk about the city in general, the Lightning, the Rays, the Buccaneers, the Rowdies. Let's not forget, right up the road from Raymond James Stadium, the University of South Florida women's basketball team. Hopefully they get back to playing soon. This is a great time to be a Tampa Bay fan. Don't let it slip away. Endure everything that is going on right now, folks. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. There's fans in different states that do not have the opportunity to even have one championship team, let alone 4 or 5 in the same city. Tampa Bay, do you realize how big this is right now for this city? Is just incredible, and incredible. We're going to go back to the Frankly Speaking Sports Hotline and take another caller. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to? Hello, you're next on Frankly Speaking Sports. I'm not sure. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're on Frankly Speaking Sports. How may I help you?
This is Eric from Gainesville.
Eric, my buddy from Gainesville. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Good, buddy. Hey, Eric, come on. I know you. Was there a tear in your eye yesterday when the Buccaneers finally became Super Bowl champs?
All I can say is Tampa
Bay. I'll yell for you. Tampa Bay, buddy. Eric, tell me, we waited a long time for this, buddy. At the end of the day, we are Super Bowl champs. How does that sound?
It feels great. It feels awesome. I've been a fan since 1977, so yeah, it feels awesome to me.
You know, it's the second time we won it, but I'll tell you what, this city is on such fire, Eric, and I know you only live a couple hours north of us. I mean, how big is it for this city to have 4 or even 5 teams when you add USF women's basketball and you add also the Rowdies into it? How big is this for the city of Tampa?
Oh, that's great. I'm glad it's Tampa. I used to live down there.
Right, I knew that. Yeah.
25 years.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what, it's been a great couple of days here, man. I know you've been all year long following us, supporting the Bucs, supporting Crew Life, supporting Frankly Speaking Sports. And on behalf of all of us here, this is, I tell fans, this is as big of a thing for the fans as it is for the players. We are a part of this team, and you definitely are a huge fan and a big part of the success of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And from the bottom of my heart, I know I speak for Rob, Clevin, Rick, and all the people at Crew Life. Want to thank you so very, very much for everything you've done this year and for being a big Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
Well, you're very welcome. I'll be here from now on, here on out.
All right, my friend. And
Crew for life and Frankly Speaking Sports till the day I die.
All right, buddy. And we love you, man. And we can't wait to see you again, man.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Be safe. That was our good buddy Eric calling all the way from Gainesville, Florida, folks. Gainesville is in the house. Man, we got everybody everywhere calling us. I think the only people that haven't called us, and I'm going to give them a little crap here, and I'm going to have a little fun with them, are the individuals that do other podcasts that I've been on their shows, and I was the only one who said the Buccaneers would win on every single show. My buddy, Keith up in New England, hasn't had the guts to call me yet to say, hey, how about those Tampa Bay Buccaneers that he thought they were going to lose? Desmond Johnson, my good buddy, does an unbelievable show. And same with Chris Couch Coach Powell. Those guys, I'm waiting for them. They should have came on by now. They're probably not listening to my show. That's probably what it is. They're probably sick of me saying the Buccaneers were going to win. But damn it, were we right? And I'm so proud that we were right. and our Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been victorious. What a weekend it's been, folks. What a couple of weeks it's been leading up to the Super Bowl. I mean, we got the number up here. Like I said, I'll keep it going for a couple extra minutes here on Frankly Speaking Sports. So if anybody does want to join us, they can call in or come in on the link. But it's been a great week. The Buccaneers, when you look at this team that played yesterday, folks, this was a team, when you talk about balance, this team had balance. That's why they won. They know how to score points. Say what you want about the offense. They scored 31 points again in the playoffs. Remember, guys, playoffs are your better teams. And we keep scoring 31 points. Incredible job. Great precision by Tom Brady. Great accuracy. The running game, the defensive line. What can you say about the offensive line? The Donovan Smith, the Stinney stepping up in there. The Marpettes. The Tristan Wirfs. What can you say? And then you move back further. You got the Sue. You got the Barrett, Vita Vea, Noches, Nunez out there. And Roches Nunez, unbelievable out there. Then you got Minter, and then you got Winfield, and then you got Dean, and then you got Davis, and then you got Bunting. This entire team, and I missed Vita Vea, and I'm sure I missed a couple other players. That doesn't mean they haven't had. Let's not forget the unsung hero of the year, Ryan Suckup. But you know what? I said after the break that I would tell you, let's give credit where credit is due. And I've been saying this for the past couple of weeks now. Jason Light, man. Jason Light, incredible. He got Bunting. He got Smith. He got Winfield. He got Wirfs and so on. He was the one that got Tom Brady over here. Then Brown followed. Then Fournette followed. You got Gronkowski that followed. This is an unbelievable job that this general manager of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have done. And yes, the game is played on the field, but you have to combine and compile the players together that can play together, gel together, and win together. And the continuity was there. These guys love playing with each other. They love being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. They love playing for Bruce Arians. They love Todd Bowles. They love Byron Leftwich, and I'm sure all the other coaches as well. Just an unbelievable historical event that went on in Tampa Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for tuning in tonight to our very special edition of Frankly Speaking Sports. All of you be safe, and we'll see you again next time on Frankly Speaking Sports.